Gentlemen, coming to you live from the beautiful Rich Life Studios in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. This is the Joe from the Ring AEW Dynamite review, and oh wait, he's not here. Claudio, take it away.
How y'all doing? Welcome to another amazing dirty episode of AEW Dynamite review with myself, Claudio. We got the man.
Hold on, Claudio, your cue was to give us the here we go because Frank isn't here.
I'm gonna take away his tagline. Okay, you want me to say he?
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Claudio.
He.
We go.
For another edition of AEW Dynamite review with me, Claudio Capri. This guy on the right is Alessandro DeLuca, and the Moraine at the bottom with the Quebec flag in the back. He is the prod, the god. Give it up for Selecta.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, Alex, bring in the boost since Frank isn't here, because the hate motivates people like me, a true champ. And you know what? I am a little bit speechless because my direct quote to Frank Jofo right before we came on air and right before the main event was, let's just see how the Young Bucks are going to retain their titles here tonight. And wow, what a great night. But let's start from the top as we always do every week. Claudio, Alex, I think this may have been a buried alive match in living color here. Was this Wardlow trying to be portrayed as a monster, now just officially taking down every single rung to now he's just a regular wrestler? Alex, I want to hear from you on this one.
Okay, you're totally going to disagree with me.
I'm talking about wrestling. I'm talking wrestling logic. Wrestling logic. This guy is a beast savage. Beat up 20 Orange Cassidys in the lawsuit match. And now
they're not Orange Cassidy.
They're also bringing him out like he's a beast, a savage, like the next Goldberg, Wardlow, and he's having a competitive match going through 2 segments against Orange Cassidy. Explain to me the wrestling logic, somebody. Yes, I watched it.
Did you watch the match?
It was a good match. It was all right match because there's a match later on tonight that shows us a wrestling match. We'll talk about that one. Maybe you know what it is, but okay. If I do want to buy into the Orange Cassidy thing, if I do want to buy into it, okay, then how do I buy into the Wardlow thing? This guy's a monster, just won the title, and now his first time we see him come out in a match is he's got to do the whole fucking pocket gimmick at the beginning of the match. The this, the that.
Which got ripped out.
Yes, which got ripped out. Yes, very cute. Yes, very cute. What happened to the monster? What happened to the wrestling logic here?
I think because isn't there another event happening in August? So I think they're leading up to that. So right now
it's September they announced All Out, and July is the Ring of Honor.
Claudio is right though. There's Battle of the Belts in August. I don't know if you're talking about that.
But
that's about that.
But it's not a pay-per-view though, right? That's just a Saturday show there. They do.
Yeah. Exactly. So what I think is happening right now is since we're all rushing, like Bruno and Frank and everyone's like, when are we going to see this when are we going to see this Wardlow guy coming through? I think they're doing the right job not getting into this. I think they're slowly getting into this. And you know what? I think eventually we're going to see the Wardlow that we deserve. So that's what I think is happening.
I hope.
So for now, it is for now because I'm thinking about it this way, right? And I'm always going to use the Hardys, right? We see amazing matches of the Hardys free on TV, right? And then when the pay-per-views come, you're like, you know what? I saw the Hardys jumping off a concession stand last week. So now with Wardlow, we're like, all right, so on TV we're gonna get this cutesy, twinky little Wardlow on Rampage and probably on Dark and Elevation, but then when the pay-per-views come in, that's when we're going to see the Wardlow that we are meant to see.
Good point. I know. Alex, you have something to say on that, but you just made me remember something I thought during the match. How did MJF get squashed in 3 seconds against Wardlow, but Orange Cassidy goes like 15 minutes.
but-
Alex,
but-
I know you have something you're waiting
Yeah.
to say there. Yeah, Claudio, let's give it to
Sure.
Alex.
Okay, well, just to answer that, like, how did he squash MJF and not Orange Cassidy? Well, the thing with MJF is that Wardlow's been dying to kill MJF for like a year.
Good
so
point,
it
good
makes
point.
sense. Built all that. You have the story right there. So given that, and knowing MJF's character, that he's a coward, chicken shit heel, he could take that squash and it wouldn't affect his character at all. And it makes sense that he's gonna, release all that aggression, all that pent up frustration, and destroy MJF. So that's how it makes sense how he could hang with Orange Cassidy for 15 minutes and only do like whatever 5 minutes with MJF. But the thing, to your point, and I understand you're saying Wardlow's supposed to be a monster, and that's how he's been built. But that's the thing. That's how you got his winning streak, so to speak, before he lost to CM Punk. He was just killing guys, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, doing his powerbomb symphony, destroying everyone. Eventually, that gets stale. We can't see that every week, and I don't want to see a title match for a freaking squash of 2 minutes.
100%. But put him against like a Powerhouse Hobbs or just a guy that looks like he could believably give Wardlow a challenge. Again, like, it's just the optics. It is a TV show. It is a movie. Like, if you're watching the Avengers and you cast somebody as the Hulk, you kind of want them to portray the Hulk and do Hulk things, not get beat up by April O'Neil or something. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing. Like, if you see this, like, this is like in pro wrestling all the time. It's like WWE do this all the time with Brock Lesnar. They've had Brock Lesnar face AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor, whoever you want to name.
All believable athletes. All believable athletes that I could see, out like using their athleticism to perhaps get around it. And they're veterans. They've been around. They've won titles. They have a history behind them. This is a sideshow. No offense to him. He is what he is. This was fan service, this match. Let's give Wardlow TV, and let's give the people that want to just cheer for Orange Cassidy something to cheer for to kick off the show. I know it's fan service. I just don't think it's good for Wardlow's character. Is all I'm saying. Like, I just don't think it's good for his character. Is all I'm saying.
You want to know what would be a good match? Pac versus Wardlow.
See, that I would believe more than what we just saw. You're right.
Or Brody King. Yeah, Brody King versus
Wardlow. Exactly.
From the House of Black. Buddy Murphy,
all people I could believe that would go that long with Wardlow in a match. That is for sure. But that's just me, and that's just my fucking opinion, because that's what we do here, right? Right, boys? I believe every time we talk on this topic, but this just brought two storylines together here: the whole Wardlow character and building, and the Orange Cassidy, who's not character building; he's just what he is now. There's not really any development there. But one little developmental thing, I don't know if it was just because they're trying to be funny. Are the best friends trying to be heel, or was that just them trying to be funny, like saying they're gonna take the heel position in this match? Just to get that whole ref telling them to get out of here spot.
I think for the crowd. Just for the match. But it was very entertaining, the chainsaw of Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They made it so absurd that, like, they're trying to be heel, but they're so, like, nice that they can't even be good heels.
Oh, wait. That was the second match?
No, it was the first match.
No. Okay. No. This is the second match of the night tonight, right?
No, this was the first one.
Right away.
This opened with this match. Wardlow, Orange Cassidy, first match. Started.
Oh yes. No, sorry. I was thinking something else. Okay, continue.
Did you catch your Danhausen under the ring, Claudio? Did you catch him?
I was so happy when that happened. I'm like, oh my god, please give him a suplex, please. And then after that, he just walked in. I'm like, oh. Fuck.
You know what? If you're gonna bury Wardlow, give Danhausen and Orange Cassidy in one segment to Wardlow and keep him away from my boy Hook. That's all I'm happy about that one.
Okay, Hook is a disgraziato.
Hey,
but it's interesting you mentioned Hook, and we can talk about it later or now. It's up to you. But because there was a quick thing about Hook saying that. There said that.
Oh,
hey,
trust me. Trust me, I wrote it down.
All right,
I don't miss what's going on in the Hook world. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me. But I did miss this. But we got to recap. Bastard Pac wins on Dark. He won. He successfully defended. The first title defense was on Dark, which was interesting. Was that because it was a special in Japan edition, right?
Yeah, it happened in the UK in Rev Pro. It was Pac. He beat Shota Umino from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
That was an amazing match.
It's a very good match. You should watch it. Actually, we always say, like Frank says too, we all say that Dark is, except for Claudio, he's the only one who watches Dark every week, but we say that it's not worth watching AEW Dark. But this week, the two matches you have to check out are the ones that they showed highlights for. This is one of them. You have to watch it. Very enjoyable.
It was very
the crowd was really good too.
Yeah, very tactical. Yeah. It was something.
And I'm glad they showed highlights. We always complain about.
Yeah, exactly. We got to at least wasn't just like
doesn't take
kept
much.
in the dark.
Yeah.
Exactly. But exactly, a quick little recap what happened, and because they have so much going on, like they have to do that, man. They have to, and they should. I don't know whether they should just like make Rampage become like a Ring of Honor show and just keep Dynamite, and keep it consolidated. Then have call it like a wrestling news show or something, and they could say what's going on in the Ring of Honor world, what's going on in the AEW world, what's going on in like the Dark and Elevation world. Like a little like rundown, like a half-hour rundown of everything going on under their umbrella, but like a little compartmentalized a bit,
Yeah, they kind of do it on YouTube though. I know they have their control center segments, so but no one watches those. So.
I used to when they first started. I used to watch a lot of their stuff, but just a lot. It's a lot of time. When you're producing, you don't have much time to consume. So
there you go.
The pod god, Claudio. I gotta keep producing, But someone who keeps producing and producing entertainment, he does, and that is our boy, Le Champion, aka the Wizard, Chris Jericho. And I gotta say, I think him, Matt Hardy, Christian are in the back and they're saying, you know what? Okay, Christian, you want to play this who could cut a good promo game here? Because I like this Chris Jericho promo. It was a good. You don't have much time to consume. Oh, is that me? Is that God talking or me?
You're watching yourself. I don't know.
that's Claudio, I think. Either way, yeah. So I like this Jericho promo. It was like a good.
Yeah.
It wasn't too sports entertainment-ish. Like he came out just with that regular suit. What did he say? I'm not coming here as the champion or the wizard. I'm coming here as a legendary. I forgot.
Living legend.
The living legend. Yeah, that's what he said.
Larry Zabisco over here.
Yeah. So I'll kick it off to you, Alex. Mia, I enjoyed this Jericho promo here. I find it was a good classic Jericho. Everything to like the shut up in the crowd there, like those little in between things. I liked it. You?
I liked the promo. I thought it was good. It really was promoting I hate to say it, the freaking barbed wire everywhere match.
Okay, so I want to know what
change
did I
the
miss?
Freaking name.
Barbed wire. When did the shark cage come into play? What did I miss? It? Like, did it happen during this promo? Did it happen before? Like, when did the shark cage?
They randomly announced it, I think, last week or on Rampage. I think it was. They just said it was a
Rampage. Rampage announced it.
Okay, because
I don't know why they're.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You don't know.
I was gonna say I don't know why he's calling it the barbed wire everywhere match. I thought it was because originally they called it barbed wire death match. I said, okay, maybe they don't want to say death match, but then Excalibur said it afterwards. Barbed wire everywhere death match.
And now they had a death match to it with a shark cage, like.
Shark Cage with JAS hanging above.
Like you like this to the point where you don't even know what the match is anymore.
Yeah, but it's because AEW owned by Discovery, they have to incorporate.
So
Shark
just
Week.
do it. Just
it could have been worse.
Leave the barbed wire out. Leave everything out. Just make it a shark cage match, or something. So either way, aside from the match selection.
I did have a few things about the promo that I thought that it was unnecessary. Like just basically Jericho saying that you're challenging me to a barbed wire match because you're a mark for Onita, Sabu, and Terry Funk. Like it's so stupid to say that. Like just a stupid line like that what only the inside fans are gonna get. Yeah. It's a waste.
I don't like when they use those terms when they when they're trying to be too like that locker room talk, but on the thing. Yeah,
and if anything, like just to say, like Jericho right now in his role, he's very much like Terry Funk was in ECW. So like, why you're supposed to be criticizing Eddie Kingston for loving Terry Funk? You're you're fitting the Terry Funk role pretty nicely right now.
Yeah, but you know what? To Jericho's credit, he's playing the heel card there. You know that he, that he likes those guys too. He's got to throw his names out, get the boos. That's why he's still in the game, man. He's still there. He's still getting his checks. Still has people talking about him. Still has his segments carved out whenever he wants to have them there on any episode. But this is one of those tolerable ones.
Except the last line, like, or one of the closest to the last line, like basically saying that Eddie's gonna fail again. He's a loser. You're not a liar, and that you're gonna run back to your alcohol and your mental health issues.
Yeah,
like,
you're
that's
not a
too
liar.
much.
You're a loser.
That was cheap heat again. Though,
that was
Why does he have a public history with that shit? Is that why?
No, just saying that it's stupid cheap heat in wrestling. You'll see Christian did it as well again tonight. That's all they do. Like, I know it's pro wrestling, like it's so lowbrow, like pro wrestling and the levels of entertainment, but for fuck's sake, like, it's 2022. Stop with the
look at your reaction. That's what you want. You want emotional hate from the statement. That's what
I don't hate the character. I hate the freaking promo. I don't hate the character.
But that's the point. That's the point. You're supposed to hate that he said it. You're supposed to. It's supposed to bring something out of you. It's not supposed to just make you like the Young Bucks do. Haha, we're heels. We're goofy. You're not really. You're just making me not want to see you. Really, like, you know what I mean? Well, I know what you mean. I don't think I'm explaining myself that well, but it's supposed they're supposed to say shit that it triggers an emotional reaction. I find that's always thing. That's what it's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. That's the heel is supposed to not make you feel happy all the time, like Chris Jericho cheering, singing his song. Then you get these confusing matches where it's like, oh, let's go Kingston, let's go Jericho, let's go, and then you're like, hey, like, who's everyone going for? Like, this is like fucking make people hate you. You know what I mean? Like, them boo you out of the building. That's heel. Like the old timers say when you listen to old podcasts, or like we would have to sometimes have cops bring us to the dressing room and escort us to his car because people want to kill us. You know, like. Yeah,
but that's back then. Like, people don't like. That's like 1980. Whatever,
but that's when wrestling was at its peak. No, not its peak, but that's when wrestling
people thought it was real.
Business.
That's the thing. People thought it was real.
You have to blur the lines. I mean? You know,
we know better now.
But now but I know. When you watch a movie, you know it's not real, but they try their best to depict a realistic portrayal of the story they're trying to tell. So I feel it's the same in a wrestling television show where, you know, if you depict that it's two fighters that are fighting athletic competition and all that type of stuff, and they actually hate each other, and they act, you know, it's not just it's a big love fest. Let's all have fun. Let's stop the match for this guy to put his hands in his pockets and do, hey, you know what I mean? No, I want to see what we saw later on. I'm still gonna tease it because it's not this match. Well, this match was all right. Actually, I'm not gonna throw heat on this next one. Well, first of all, we got a response from Kingston very quickly in the back when we came back from commercial. But before I go to the next match, to the Jericho comment, just I guess just carries on this narrative. He didn't really add anything to it, really, right? Just. Look at Ruby. Look at Ortiz's head.
I know Claudio is really excited about that. About this, that the Painmaker is returning next week.
Oh yes.
At least we have that. Because I know you were saying, like, is he gonna come back? And this is the best fit. I think. Just like
I think you know what, but you know, I think secretly Matt Hardy and Chris Jericho are watching this because I've been saying this for many times that Jericho and Hardy need to come back to their original roots of characters. And I think Chris Jericho listened to us, and now he's like, "Hey, you know what? I'm bringing back Painmaker." I'm like, "All right." I think now Jericho's gonna have another heel now. I hope that this is not gonna happen. But if it happens the way I'm planning it out, I'm like, no, this can't be. This can't be. The Jericho Appreciation Society is gonna turn, but who knows?
No, they're not gonna turn
on Jericho. No.
I hope not.
The question is he gonna wear the jacket with spikes, and is he gonna try to take out someone's eye?
Sure, yeah.
That is.
He is. I need to buy the action figure of that. Actually, I need to get that action figure because that is amazing.
You have to put it right next to your broken Matt Hardy action figure.
Yeah, I put it next to broken Matt and Penta. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, look, like I was on my way to before. I wanted to. Well, you know I always want to, but Moxley. And another observation to Takeshita. I don't know if I wrote it down properly and I saw it properly. Does his name, if you actually write down, Takeshita? Like if you read his name in English and you write it down,
Yes.
I didn't really,
Yes.
I didn't, I just,
Yeah.
I know, I
It's
heard the name Oddly Takeshita, like we said it last time. Again, great wrestler by the way, but just funny observation. Like, did I write that properly? Is it written Takeshita?
Yeah, that's
It is.
that's
Okay, just
I guess that's how you spell it. Yeah.
it's a little more understandable than Roosh and Rush being pronounced as.
Every week we're gonna talk about like a wrestler that you don't know how to pronounce their name and how to.
I know how to. Takeshita, I can handle it.
Okay.
Because I could see it. Takesh, the SH, Ista. You know what I mean? I can see it. But Rush and Roosh is like me saying, "Don't make me push you over the edge." Push.
Nah, don't make me push you. You'll be deleted.
Hey, I'm not gonna diss him too much because he looks like he could rip my head off. So John Moxley and Takeshita, great. I liked it. A good match. Takeshita always, you could tell he takes advantage of his TV time on Dynamite. He always pulls out all the stops. I didn't see how they got busted open. I feel they do this often too. They get busted open during the commercial, and they just come back and they're all bleeding. He got kicked in the head during the commercial. Okay, all right.
That's what I think did it. I think Moxie kicked Takeshita off the apron, and then he went and bladed himself like during the commercial break.
Okay.
That's what I think it was.
Nah, probably. That's what they do. They're like, guys, give me during commercials, so take your time. Just get a nice good cut there.
Yeah,
Get it done.
For no reason though. That's the only issue I had with the match because it was a hell of a match.
Yeah, they're
Very
doing too much blood too
moves.
often. Yeah.
No reason. Like you just have blood and guts. You have barbed wire everywhere match. Like someone's gonna bleed in there, right?
You know what? I was
unless it's
this.
intentional. That's the only thing. If blood's intentional and unintentional. If it's an accident, that's fine. But there's no reason. Like you don't need.
You know what? Usually I agree
bleeding.
with you guys. I'll agree with you guys, but shut up. You don't know what violence is. But also, that's what I was telling myself as his match. Every time I see a Moxley match, I'm like, all right, so how long is it gonna take before he bleeds? And this time, plot twist, he didn't bleed. I'm like,
At the end, no, he did. At the end, when he did the headbutts to Takeshita.
Oh yeah, going back to what I was saying. Shut up, guys. You don't understand. Moxley, you know what, Cornette? You don't know what you're talking about because Moxley.
Don't even mention his name here, Claudio. Don't mention his name.
Yeah, Cornette is a man. You don't understand what Moxley is. He's a man of violent idols. He's an unscripted violence. You, sir, are a fraud. Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
Shoot promo by Claudio.
He's all right. He's also getting up there with the. He's all right. He's all right. I don't know. I think it's the second title run. It's like making a little sour for me for Moxley right now. Like I was enjoying to see what he does with the Blackpool Combat Club group because I felt that somebody else could have deserved this interim title storyline. I don't know, CM Punk, John Moxley. I guess it'll be an okay match.
Yeah, no. It's gonna be a great match, especially when Moxley's gonna scratch CM
but again, Moxley's matches his stories are always like violence, blood, craziness, and whereas CM Punk is a good CM Punk is a good storyteller without all that shit type of match.
But that's how Moxley is. He
is what he is. He's good. Is he one of the best to ever do it? I don't think so. Only time will tell when people look back in retrospect. But I'm just saying, it's just whatever. He's all right. I think it's just his title run. I don't know. He is what he is. Like,
you said it too.
He just does the same thing all the time. He's gotta be violent and blood, and he's all right. I'm not saying he stinks or anything. I'm just saying. I'd rather him just be doing something else and being the guy with the belt again.
Yeah, you're right. Like bring back with a baseball bat with barbed wires. That's the Dean Ambrose that was on WWE.
We're getting a barbed wire everything match next week. How much do you need?
More.
Moxley does all the violence, whatever unscripted violence. That's his gimmick. But he has an excellent wrestling background, trained by Les Thatcher. Let's not forget that.
That's what I'm saying. This match.
This is what he loves. This is the style of
that's what I'm saying. This match, like you said, you didn't need the blood because I feel Takeshita is a good wrestler too, and they did a good wrestling match. And when Moxley does a wrestling match, That's why I'm not hating saying he's bad. I just don't like when he goes too much in that direction of it's always about just that. It's always the same promo. It's always gonna be blood. It's always gonna be violence. I'm always gonna be sad. Okay, yes, you're always gonna be so violent and yeah, okay. But what else? Because you be in another storyline that's about something else. Instead of you just want to exude blood and violence every single time.
That's pro wrestling, though. Pro wrestling is you want to beat the shit out of the other guy. Like, when you think about it.
Of course,
if you make it more complicated, usually it sucks.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But so, Moxley, I have a thing for you, Moxley. When you're fighting someone, Nick, when you're challenging someone, take the barbed wire.
Moxley, by the way.
If you're listening. Yeah. Take notes. So take a barbed wire, wrap it around your hand, and just beat the living shit out of your opponent. Keep doing that, Moxley, because that is great, and also bring back the bats, because that's what you had.
A random thought I had at work randomly this week, regarding Moxley was, how much cooler of a theme song would it have been if he would have had the old bad to the bone, like
no, that's too cliche.
I don't know, man. It came on at work this is like the song he has now is all cliche. It's the whole point is that he has a cliche song.
No. Next is NJPW Death Rider song is by far the best.
A good one. Yeah,
I don't know what that one is, so I'm just telling you, like, this old school nostalgia, like with regards to what he has now.
I think that could be a good like video package for him. Maybe not a theme song,
something like that.
Yeah, it would be good.
Do he wants to always be that guy because he always wants to be the guy who brings something extra into the ring, right? Like problem. I'm thinking of Problem Child.
You want to see something extra, Moxley, in this package movie. You want to watch.
You want to see his package, don't you? Huh?
You want to see his movie Cage Fighter that you could stream on YouTube.
Promoting that.
You know what?
And,
I don't know.
Are you gonna review it?
Exactly. I don't know if I want to watch it, because the only way I watch movies is after I see them reviewed by Claudio Capri himself on the Dirty 4 YouTube channel. So until I see a review, then I'll let you know if I'm willing to watch it. That's how I base my movie watching decisions these days here. But let's get back to our wrestling watching decisions. A note here. In this match, did you guys notice the 3 count that Paul Turner clearly had to stop and Moxley on the, was it not a Northern Lights, but it was like a suplex, the bridge.
Blue Thunder Bomb.
That's what he calls it?
It was.
Yeah.
Well, that's the move. It's
Blue
Thunder Bomb.
That's what he. Yeah. So yeah,
Thunder Driver.
The camera was that perfect angle. It was like 1, 2, and like Paul Turner was like fuck, and it was like a split second. Like camera was the right spot. Like yeah. What do you mean?
It's stupid pro wrestling. I hate the logic. Like sometimes, like if a wrestler's shoulders are on the mat, you have to count, but none of them were in a position that they were pitting the other one. I found it stupid. Because you shouldn't have been counting, but
from what I understand, I forgot which ref I was listening to on a podcast a couple years ago. He goes like the original way to really make sure everyone follows the rules and make sure they don't get fined or any shit like that was like they told the refs like, count if the guy doesn't get out, like they don't get out of the hole. Count to 3.
Yeah, it's
like they want again, like they wanted to look as real as possible. They wanted to avoid that, like people seeing the clear fakeness. Like again, all part of the art form. You take the art out of the art. What are we left with? A fart. I just see freestyle. See how they just come, baby. But yeah, that was just a little. I want to see if you guys come. Shout out Paul Turner though. I love him. He's one of the best guys there. But he was caught in that predicament. He had to make something happen. But whatever. Someone else is making things happen. Little Miss Young Julia Hart here, kicking off the promo of the House of Black, talking about how they beat the crap out of Darby Allin at a what was this fan festival? Do you know any more about this?
I don't know. It was an autograph signing. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. It was. Yeah.
You go there and someone goes through a table. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm down for that. Signing. Yeah. No. It was an autograph signing. So people were just there having Darby Allin sign something, and then out of nowhere, Brody King came out of nowhere and just fought Darby Allin. People thought like, oh shit, is this a promo? But it was actually turned out to be an actual thing, and people and I was watching some Instagrams of what happened, and people were like actually interfering, trying to break up the fight. Little did they know No. So no, then people were watching Darby Allin going through tables, and apparently it was brutal, and it was dangerous. It was a dangerous match, and someone's like, like I forgot where I saw this, right? But someone's like, oh no, they're doing a promo, they're doing a promo. Meanwhile, Darby Allin's on the on the floor getting the shit beaten out of him. Someone's like, no, there's hidden cameras. It's like, don't interfere. And people were trying to interfere. Oh, it was so. And then Brody just kept pushing people off. He goes, no, and then just kept beating the shit out of him. Ah, it was beautiful.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Very quickly, I want to give a shout out to the Earl Cole, Preston P, and Squared Circle. Squared Circle Squares in the chat. Squared Circle says they did Anna J dirty. How far are we from that match? Because we're gonna talk about that one.
Yeah,
we're a little distance from that one. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling here. We have the Christian promo here, as you said it before. Now it's like a gimmick. Now it's almost becoming equivalent to Orange Cassidy's hands in the pockets here. They're looking for the dead relative dead or fucked up relative to this up here. As
we're just gonna insult dead people. That's what we're gonna do.
Well, he didn't insult him. He actually, in this case, he acknowledged Brian Pillman's father. And said actually he was really good, and he made like a backhanded comment, and then said he would be disappointed in what you. The only thing left to represent him is you. That's what he said, if I'm not mistaken.
The way he said it is that your father Brian Pillman is a legend. He goes, but those are not my words. For up to me, he's actually pretty average.
He's so good. He's so good, Christian. He's so good.
But I did like the line that he said that he would be, like your father would be really upset to know that the last thing that he gave to this earth was you. So that's okay. That's not too bad. At least you're not making fun of the dead father, Brian Pillman. You're making fun of the junior, which is fine.
Yeah,
that's okay.
So this led us to Griff Garrison versus the new Dark Luchasaurus. One thing I noted here, is it me, or when you saw Griff Garrison and Luchasaurus, Griff Garrison looks like he's a pretty tall guy, man. He didn't look that he actually made Luchasaurus look less intimidating, or if it's just me. Like, he kind of didn't look that much smaller. No?
Yeah, I would have had him beat Brian Pillman instead of Griff Garrison. Because, I agree that he's really tall, Griff.
He's tall. And he's starting to fill in. Fit. These last 2 years, when he really first started, he was a lot thinner. A lot more, you just see him, he's tall, but now he's actually getting a little size. I was like, fuck, man. Luchasaurus, he still looks beastie, but doesn't do him justice standing next to Griff here. And then,
who was Luchasaurus in WWE?
He was in NXT. I forgot his name, but or Jordan something? No, something. I can't remember his name.
How long was he there for, though?
I don't know. He didn't really go very far. He didn't have a mask. He was in developmental, I think, for maybe a few years.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay,
a long time ago, like a decade ago.
Okay. Now he's in NXT. Okay.
AEW. Claudio, did you see this one? Poor old Brian Pillman had to take not one but 2 times power bomb because the table didn't break. I am the table.
Yeah, I am the table.
Shout out Botchamania. That's gonna be there for sure. Yeah,
that was fantastic. That was brutal. But you know what? The more the second time that he put him through the table, the second time I'm like, oh my god, Christian is really fucking with Luchasaurus's mind. Oh my god!
I like it, man. This is another fun storyline. I think this is one of this and the Gun Club claimed right now. I think are my 2 favorite storylines to follow.
I was expecting Jungle Boy to show up at some point tonight.
Yeah, soon, not tonight, but soon enough he'll be there. I like they use the BTE joke. It's an old one where Christian said that basically Griff Garrison looks like Jungle Boy.
Yeah,
like an old joke on YouTube.
Okay, that's okay. I was wondering where that was from.
It's
nice.
I think we'll see Jungle Boy eventually, Claudio. I think maybe it would be good all out. I don't know if Jungle Boy is injured or not. There's a rumor that he might be injured. So if he's cleared, for All Out. That'll be a great match, Christian and Jungle Boy. So hopefully soon.
Well,
That's what it's building to.
speaking
Be
of
patient.
All Out, we kind of got the quick promo here, the announcement, All Out, all week long. Chicago, are you ready? AEW's coming September 4th. Well, that's the pay-per-view, but the week of September 4th will be All Out, all week long. Are you ready, Claudio, to go all out?
I'm ready. I'm ready to be all out, baby.
Oh, and this
come there, Bruno, and I'll throw you to a team. Oh no, sorry. Oh, sorry, man. AEW.
I'm ready. And also, right before this commercial break is also where I found out about the Shark Cage match from the Jericho Appreciation Society promo here in the back. Because I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? We're gonna be inside of a cage. Maybe you guys should be inside of a cage. I'm like, what? What the fuck is? And then after I saw the graphic of the match with the Shark Cage in the back, I'm like, okay, it's actually happening. That's where I got baffled. Like, where the hell did this come from? What did I miss?
I know.
Good times. Good old Dynamite. They're packing in the info in this 2-hour show, and let's pack in the info. Let's keep it going. We got Dude Love. Adam Page here in the back with Tony Schiavone. And what do you have to say to us, Alex?
Well, you didn't get a chance to say
exactly.
much.
Yes.
John Silver and Alex Reynolds interrupted, I should say. And,
I have a
made
feeling
a challenge to the House of Black. So I think, sorry, go ahead, Claudio.
I have a feeling White 6 is gonna show up somewhere in here.
No, way off, Claudio.
Who? What?
I think
Who's gonna? Why? Okay, no.
Wyatt 6, Bray Wyatt to win time. Me, I think Hangman Page has to turn heel now. This has to be the boiling point for him, where he's annoyed about the Dark Order. I guess they teased it before, but now it's like it has to happen. Where it's like
this is
what enough of this shit.
This is what I'm scared of with Wardlow, man. I was a big Adam Page fan, and then I was like, oh man, cooling down. And then when he was starting to flash the heel vibe against CM Punk, I'm like, ooh, I like this. I could go with this. And then he went back neutral, and here we are, like you said, in limbo. Let's see what happens with that.
They need something for him. Like, former world champion can't just like be nowhere doing nothing, right? So yeah.
Dressed like a fucking literally a hippie in the back.
He's a best friend. No, he's a best friend, I think.
Oh my god, what's going on back there? But yet the Dark Order is challenging House of Black. Before we move on, Claudio, prediction. Who's gonna win that?
House of Black for sure.
Of course, I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm with
for
you.
Sure. For sure.
But
it'd be a good match, though. Nonetheless, it'll be a good match. Even though I'm complaining, it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be an intense match.
A fun match.
Now, you want to know intense matches. You want to know what wrestling is supposed to look like. You want to know what an athletic competition, two men looking like they're beating each other up, and in a fight, is this match right here: Jake Hager versus Claudio. Not Capri. Was it Claudio Castagnoli? Castagnoli, whatever.
Castagnoli.
This match, great, and you know what? We don't see Jake Hager do a lot of matches, and you could tell they said it a lot on commentary. They've worked together a lot in the past. They fought together a lot in the past, and you could see these guys just have two styles at work. These two guys are horses. These two guys are laying it in. I loved this match. This was, to me, what wrestling is supposed to look like on TV. Two fucking titans. Claudio, go. Kick us off. What's your take?
I enjoyed this match very well. It started off to me as a very tactical match. And then I was kind of, in a way, I was kind of worried that Jake Hager was going to take this match. But then I'm like, okay, Claudio, okay, me, I'm getting the upper hand a little bit. But you know what, Jake Hager, in all honesty, I thought he was really, really strong. He had some good moments. I'm like, there's no way I can get up from this. And then yet, Lord and behold, the great CC got up, and then he just kept on going. But it shows how a man like myself, Claudio, is an amazing wrestler. Because
it takes one to know one. Takes a Claudio to know Claudio.
If it was Bruno or Alex, I'm sure they would have tapped out like little girls. But you have to have a Claudio in there. Claudio knows wrestling. Claudio knows how to deliver, and Claudio knows your weak points. He knows, where you're gonna come from, and even the distraction. You have Matt Menard and Angelo.
Parker.
Got his last name right. Parker. Thank you. They were. I'm like, oh no, for sure there's gonna be a botched match. I made sure that those two people were not gonna interfere with the great Claudius. All right, so in all this John Moxley match and a Chris Jericho promo, if it was just 3 matches, this was my top 3 matches. Of course, with being number 1, this match is number 1. They could have started this match with the first match would have been good.
Now, Alex, I'll give it to you. Before I give it to you, also, I think I noted, I'm like, you could tell like Hager is a good wrestler, but he's like, you see it when he's with another good wrestler. I don't think he's a good guy to lead some of the inexperienced guys we've seen him with. And I don't even think we've seen him in a match like one-on-one that was like actually this kind of competitive and long.
I saw him on Dark somewhere.
This definitely has to be a testament to Claudio and how good he is, that he can make people look good.
Claudio.
And also, like I said, were you impressed with Jake Hager here in a one-on-one match?
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. Like I'm not gonna say I loved it as much as you guys did, but probably Hager's best match in AEW. And yeah, I agree. It's Claudio like leading. You need 2 people to make a great match. So like, not to take anything away from Hager, because since he's joined AEW, and I think even we've talked about this in the last year or so, he cleaned up a lot. You can tell that he's moving quicker. He's very
you saw it a lot.
Way more comfortable in the ring than he's ever been. I think his short time in AEW destroys his whole WWE run. Like, it was a bit sluggish at times, his WWE run.
Who was he in WWE?
Jack Swagger. We the people, Cesaro and Jack Swagger. I was gonna bring up that they were a tag team together, and that was a fun tag team.
Was he in SmackDown, Raw, or NXT?
SmackDown most of the time, I think. Former world champion in WWE. 2010. I don't know. I'm getting this wrong, but sometime in that decade. I think.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know. Google it.
All right. This is WWE 2.0 match. All right. Cool.
Yeah, it was basically, you want to say 2 former WWE guys, but no, I think it was good. It was well done, and I liked Claudio. He busted out the 619 Tiger Feint kick.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Tiger Mask. He's done that as Cesaro. A few times.
Okay.
I've seen him do it on house shows, and I think on TV a few times too. But yeah, that was cool. And he's gone back to using his old finisher. His finisher is the Ricola bomb, which is like the straight jacket power bomb where he crosses the guy's arms.
Okay.
And then that's how he beat Hager. He used to do that in the Indies before WWE. So.
Yeah, I didn't know what his finishing move was, because he had a lot of cool different moves that looked like they were gonna end it. And
even like just getting the pop up uppercut on Jake Hager, that's really impressive too.
Went off the rope there. Oh no, the pop up. Yeah.
That's really impressive to do to him. Yeah.
He really yeah, man, Claudio really has a good move set, and he really utilizes it. And Claudio, I'm talking about not you, eh? Enough Claudio talk. But yeah, good.
Enough of this.
Good match, Claudio, Jake Hager.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Pro wrestling, man. Pro wrestling. 2 athletes. I loved every second of it. And another athlete. And the future of pro wrestling. The man himself. We have a chance to hear from him backstage or not. No. As Lexi Nair asks Hook, since you are undefeated here in AEW, does that mean you're looking for a title shot? And Hook has no time to answer us because he's thinking about the match. He doesn't need to talk when he could just walk. You need to talk when he could just walk.
That sounds so stupid.
Movements.
You know what? You know
how people need to talk a lot, like your boy Adam Cole. He needs to talk a lot because he needs to talk. But when it's time to walk,
Hook is an animal. That's what he is. He has no class. He's a fucking bambino.
Let's say hypothetical here. This is what a theory I'm thinking. they teasing that. Now they're gonna have people talking like us, oh Hook, oh they're gonna give Hook a title shot. People are gonna get rubbed the wrong way. But what I'm thinking is maybe is Hook gonna go for the FTW title first?
That makes sense. I mean, because Ricky Starks had it forever, and I know it's not like a officially recognized championship, but yeah, I mean, because I think that's it would either be that or the TNT title would be his only option. Because forget All Atlantic and the world titles, I don't think those are anywhere near ready
Honestly,
for that.
I'm a
And
huge Hook fan. I don't think he's ready to win any of those titles. Like FTW, I could see because it's just like kind of like what it is for Ricky Starks. It's like a gimmick to have a storyline around it, but it's not like the pressure. Like I don't want to give him the Adam Cole treatment. I mean Adam Page treatment. Sorry, where they just rush him into the spotlight and you know what I mean, and then it's it. Then it's over, and then whatever. But
but I think like Hook, honestly, like as much as you keep saying you need to build him, he could take a loss against Wardlow if he's doing a TNT Open Challenge. I don't think it's gonna be a good match. I'll be honest, their styles probably won't clash.
No, they're both pretty young. I think Claudio would probably bring out the best in Wardlow, and I could believe that.
Yeah.
But again, if they're trying to build this Wardlow as a monster, they have to build him as a monster. But we'll see.
But you're right. I think Hook and the FTW title is the most logical. Yeah, I forgot about that title. That's the thing. Now that you mention it, it's like no, it's a no-brainer. Yeah.
And as the result, we'll talk about. But it'll give Starks and Hobbs something to do, as we see, because they're not, unless they're gonna be chasing the tag titles after tonight. But yeah, I could see that Taz stepping in as now the mouthpiece and saying it has to come back home to the family, something like that.
Yeah.
And now the fans are behind Hook, and he has Taz as his Paul Heyman, so to speak, since Hook doesn't talk. And Starks, I would like to see Starks and Taz have a little promo battle. That'd be pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure. Starks is like so good on the mic, probably one of the best.
Yeah. I can't wait for him to get his big moment. He's definitely doing good things, working hard. Someone else that could run their mouth on the mic, that is coming back to save the women's division, Brit Baker here. She's coming to weather the thunderstorm because she knows how to handle it. Apparently, it's with sand. A bag of sand.
Such a bad segment, honestly. It's an inside joke. Like unless I tell you now, you would never know. But like the reason, it's okay, like there was a thing online with Thunder Rosa when she fought Marina Shafir a few weeks ago. Okay. There was like a crap match. We all talked about it, that it wasn't the best.
Yeah.
And it was a thing that blew up online saying that Thunder Rosa wasn't selling enough for Marina Shafir. She was sandbagging, right? She was like making herself really hard to be moved and hard to be maneuvered.
I see the connection.
It's a stupid inside joke that
I know all that happened. I know they were even saying she sandbagged her. I know all these things, but I still didn't put the mental connection together. You caught it though. You caught it though. Clever.
I'm tired of seeing Baker and Thunder Rosa. Like the story was over. Like move on.
I agree.
Finish the story.
I agree. But
revisit it later.
I do think they need to bring Brit Baker back into a more prominent role like she was. They need to get her back on that. They need to get her back in the mix, but like more routine, like when she had her big push, when she bursted into the scene there, she came with that Brit Baker presence on the mic that we come to expect, especially coming after Thunder Rosa just blabbered for those first 45 seconds. I love her, but her promos are more like she's talking to her friend on the phone more than it's like she's trying to sell a match, like I don't know if I'm, you know what I mean? Like she's cute, she's good, but it's also her second language, so I'm not gonna go hard on that. But yeah, Britt Baker's back, and Kofi Wheatston's back. We live, baby. Great show tonight for AEW. Just not a fan of the NJPW guys. Just don't watch it, is what he has to say. And Kofi, if you've been checking in here, we've had mixed reactions about the same thing, but luckily we're coming out of the Forbidden Door era. And hand it to him. Takeshita, I wouldn't call him a NJPW because he's not from there, right?
DDT, yeah.
Yeah. So,
but even with the women too, though, like because they touched upon it briefly. They showed highlights of
Oh
Miyu
yeah,
Yamashita
the girl that beat
and
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa from Tokyo Joshi Pro on Saturday, and that's an excellent match, actually, very good. And those are the kind of matches that the AEW Women's Division needs. And like, here's the thing, like we need the excursion of these these women from other promotions. In
No,
this case,
I'll tell you. You
Stardom
said
and
it.
hopefully
I'll tell you what
Stardom.
we need. I'll tell you what we need. We need a strap around the waist of Serena Deeb, because man, oh man, her freaking presence on that show, just watching her, just her move, every single movement she does from the moment she walks on the ramp, everything she does in the ring, around the ring, she is a pro, man. And Anna Jay in front of her home crowd. Hold on, just let me finish it. Anna Jay in front of her home crowd. But she's 3 years in the game, give or take. She's still learning, but you could tell Serena Deeb did a great job to, bring out her highlights in front of her family and the home crowd and everything like that. But just you know what I mean? Just like Serena Deeb, man, I can't, just the way she moves, man, her movements, her mannerisms. She's just so smooth, man. She's a great wrestler.
Oh yeah,
Claudio.
She is, but it felt like this match could have been on Dark.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. It could, like, if it wasn't against Serena Deeb, definitely. But for Dynamite and the way Serena Deeb is selling the heel character and trying to get people to feel bad for Anna Jay, and also, like I said, this is more of like a fan service type of thing. Like I said before, not to double use that word 2 times in the show.
Yeah,
she's their home team.
Psychological. Yeah, I felt like this was a psychological match as well.
Well, every young wrestler has to have that next big, let's say, tentpole moment, and this, I feel for her was probably her biggest match of her career, right? This is like second to last match on Dynamite against one of the best women, I feel, in the company, maybe even the best, arguably.
Sasha Banks.
Alex.
Yeah, just to your point, and I think it was I don't think it needed to be. I know you said it should have been on Dark, Claudio, but it makes sense to be on Dynamite because you're building the ROH Women's Title match that Serena Deeb is going to be involved in.
Or Rampage. Yeah.
Okay, maybe Rampage, but in this case, like it's going to be Mercedes Martinez against Serena Deeb, and I think we can see Serena Deeb being ROH Women's Champion. I think we're going to get that outcome. It's the right call.
Yeah, it's about time.
Need to see her get a championship, and I totally agree that this was probably Anna Jay's best showing in a long time, if not ever, in AEW.
That's a high pressure match. She has to learn how to perform.
Jade,
but she didn't have it like at home. Everyone's there to see her, getting that reaction and things like that. Like it's saying, okay, this is our moment to see you, how you're gonna perform in this high pressure, let's say bigger profile match.
I agree. I was just gonna say that it doesn't help anyone when you have two people more or less at the same level, the same experience. When you had Jade Cargill against Anna Jay a couple of months, it was a few months ago.
I think it was in the tournament. Was it in the tournament?
I can't remember, but it didn't help them. Now you have obviously Serena Deeb has years of experience over Anna Jay, that clearly hit her weaknesses and accentuated her positives, which is really good. Her offense looked better than it ever did, and I think that give her. That's why Dark. We always criticize Dark at Dark Elevation, but those matches are there to give these wrestlers the reps, because not all of them are on the indies working every weekend. Not all of them do that. And it's going to help someone like Anna Jay. I think she does work indies, but either way, like, it gives them TV time, TV exposure, and also wrestling experience. So this is a great showing for her in her hometown. Sucks that she lost, but hey, it's still a great showing nonetheless.
Well, Kofi said in the chat, he agrees with us, and he said same thing. Even though she lost, Serena Deeb did everything she could to make her look good in this match.
Right.
Her showing. So I feel we're all on the same level here, except for Claudio. But it's all right. He's Mr. Comedy. But one crew that doesn't seem like they're on the same page right now, the baddies here. We got a promo in the back, and one thing that's for sure we know is that my girl Jade, she's got no time for these pigeons, Athena and Chris Statlander. She got no time for this shit. But they're still concerned about this Layla Gray and Stokely. It was the interim baddie, Layla Gray. They're still throwing heat on him, but as Stokely assured them that Stokely is for the baddies, like Wu-Tang is for the children. And so have faith in Stokely. Have faith in Stokely that him acquiring Layla Gray is for the good of the baddies, but it seems like Jade and Kiera Hogan are not accepting Layla Gray with open arms. Claudio, would you accept Layla Gray into your crew? Would you accept Layla Gray into the Dirty Four?
Yes, I would.
You know
I
what?
would accept Layla Gray.
Layla Gray, if the guys don't accept you, Claudio here needs a panelist on the Dirty Four podcast. Hit us up if you got some extra time and you need some exposure.
Exactly.
We'll accommodate that for you.
Exactly, because you know what? Layla, you're an amazing woman. You're an amazing wrestler. And also need some exposure in our Dirty Four. Just like Jeremy Prophet is on a Jofo in the ring, you could be on Dirty Four.
See that? What a salesman.
You'll get all the attention. I'll be with Bruno and Frank in the back. We'll be like, whatever you want to cover, we'll cover. That could be up to you. But hey, you know what? You need exposure. You need a couple of Montreal guys to show you a good time. Then do the podcast.
You ruined the whole sell. You ruined it at show you a good time. You had it until you threw out the show you a good time line.
Maybe show you a good time of laughter.
Maybe I could clip it out before and do some editing there. You gotta learn the quick sell. The quick sell, Claudio. You gotta learn how to sell in 3 sentences, not a paragraph. What do you say, Alex?
No, I was just probably making a stupid joke, but I wonder if this is gonna lead to eventually an undisputed baddies match when Red Velvet makes her return against Layla Gray. The winner is still a baddie. Since we have an interim baddie.
Interesting to see. There's at least there's some storylines, parallel storylines brewing in the baddie universe.
By the way, where is Layla Hirsch? I haven't seen her.
She's injured. She tore her quads in a match on Dark. I think it was her or some kind of leg injury. Yeah, she's out for a while. Too bad. She was a great asset to the women's division.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. Especially with that pipe that she takes out to the end and she just smashed it on the girl's head. Man, hey Layla, you know what? I'm your biggest fan, especially when you take that pipe. Come back soon. Come back soon. So now, when all three of us here are going to be in wrestling, you could be on our side, and then when we're losing and we're squirting out blood, you could come out of nowhere with a pipe or even a chair and just smash it on our opponent's head. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna win.
And there you have it. That's another spoiler from Claudio. Not a more than 316 spoiler. This is a Claudio 1, 2, 3 spoiler.
You should make sure it's Claudio 1, 2, 3 spoiler. That actually be good.
There you go. In production, signed, sealed, delivered.
Yes.
If my notes are correct, this is leading us to tonight's main event. Am I correct? I didn't miss any promos here, right?
A couple of. There was a quick thing when Excalibur was doing his rundown of all the matches, and then Jay Lethal interrupted.
Oh yeah. I like that when he grabbed the headphones and he's screaming into the
commentary booth.
I like that. See, that's that old school night show. Like, was it supposed to happen or not? Looks a little rough.
I love Jay Lethal. I
love him too. Yeah, more Jay Lethal.
Especially in the promo. Yes.
Yeah. More Jay Lethal, please. Less of the guy we saw in the first match. Anyways.
And then just finally there was a quick backstage segment with Anna Jay and Ty Conti.
Yes,
Just basically Ty Conti saying that, you need to make better career choices because if you don't, you won't be on TV. Like, that's why you're never on TV. Yeah,
look who's talking. Oh, wait, did I say that out loud? Sorry, I'm about Ty Conti.
I mean, it's in a way, it's like she's been on TV, Ty Conti, but she hasn't been wrestling in a while. So, but
by the way, brother, before we continue, I picture Ty Conti being in a movie.
Yes.
Saving Conti.
Jesus, Claudia.
Anyways,
I'm listening. Going back to the action here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, what a main event. What a main event here. We had the tag team titles on the line. Young Bucks Was it Swerve in Our Greatness? Swerve
and our glory, close.
Swerve in Our Glory. Sorry,
Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Hey, what a stupid name for a tag team, but whatever.
You're just jealous. You know what, Bruno? You're just jealous of Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland.
I am not.
Right?
And let me finish the introduction. Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. And wow, Powerhouse Hobbs, what a showing tonight in this match. We got to see the power. We got to see a lot of things here. Let me kick off to you, Alex, first. Before we get to the end, what stood out to you? Any spots? Any moments? Because this was a fun match.
I wrote a few, and then I gave up.
So go where you jotted down, and we'll go around here.
I thought like the beginning, the exchange between Swerve Strickland and Nick Jackson was something else. Like, holy shit, these guys are incredible athletes. I know there's gonna be people that are gonna be shitting on it, but who cares? It was an incredible display. And afterwards, you want to know what they did? After doing all those flippy shits, they did an arm drag. So shut the fuck up. That's pro wrestling.
What's an arm drag again? Because I missed that on that part. Can you see what was the arm drag again, please?
Come on, Claudio. But that was a great exchange between the two. Then Matt did his locomotion Northern Lights suplexes that he always does. But I thought it was funny. It was a good fun spot when he tried to do it to Keith Lee and Hobbs. Obviously, they're like, screw this, it's not going to happen. And just a few more things. Oh, yeah, Ricky Starks and Nick Jackson walking the ropes and being like, just arguing on the ropes. Pretty entertaining.
On that note, I like Ricky Starks adopting the old school, but having his own twist that is going up and doing his little thing. I like that. I like that. That's a real, like, heelish, jerk off move. I like that one. Man, Claudio, what? Well, you said, did you catch the ending? Did you catch any of it?
I caught most of it. I didn't catch the the ending who won, but from what I saw, it was Keith Lee was a good table. He fought very well, and as a table, he didn't move much. But man, you know what?
What are you talking about? You had to see the end. Keith Lee was flying all over the place. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was, but anyways. Swerve Strickland though, you know what? I enjoyed him in WWE, but I enjoyed him even more in AEW because Swerve Strickland actually does the swerves, and Keith Lee does the leads and the tables. That's why I enjoyed it. But you know what? But you know what? I want to say something about
Do you have your own language? Do you have your own language?
No,
I don't know about.
I do. No. Before we continue, all seriousness, I enjoy the Young Bucks. From what I saw, because I didn't see the ending because I had bad connection issues. But you know what? I am enjoying the Young Bucks. For me, they are the Hardys of this generation. Every time I'm seeing them, they're always every time I'm they're always amazing. They always amaze me. Bruno doesn't like it because he's
they're entertaining. No, I like them. I like them just because they dress and wear their hair, and do some of the things the Hardy Boys used to do. I don't think puts them on the level of the Hardy Boys. To even call them a new Hardy Boys, they are the Young Bucks. They are what they are, but they are special. I'm not taking anything away from them. One of my favorite matches ever in AEW, what drew me to it was the Escalera de la Muerte at the pay-per-view, and I was like, wow, who are these guys? It's a fun match. The only thing that bothers me about the Bucks is they're over cartoonish heel character.
For sure.
I liked them more when they were like the rockers style happy-go-lucky faces. I kind of liked them more and bought their character more, but their moves and their entertainment value and all that stuff like that, you can't take it away from them. So
exactly. That's why tonight
I was gonna say now. I don't know if you know who won yet, Claudio, but I said I figured they're for sure gonna win. It's gonna be a fun match. A bunch of near falls at the end. And then it came down to that fast finish where everyone was getting their finish with some near falls. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, well, this is the one. Okay, the Young Bucks are going to come out. And then what was the final move? It was Swerve got his finisher on Ricky Starks, I think.
I
No,
think so. Start
I
one
think
of the it was.
I think it was
I
on
can't
Starks,
remember.
right? I
It's too
think it was on
crazy.
Starks. It was too crazy, and I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
here comes one of the Bucks, but 1, 2, here comes Nick Jackson. No, 3, and Swerve
new.
Strickland gets the pin, and new tag team champions,
So
Swerve in her
is there
glory.
gonna be a yeah? Is
Swerve in
there
our glory.
Yeah, Swerve
so is there
Strickland
gonna
and
be
Keith Lee are the
a
tag team champions.
okay? So Keith Lee. Okay, so Swerve and Our Glory won.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I for sure thought this was gonna go in a different direction, but
Now,
all right.
Yeah.
now,
Me too.
I just want to say I like it. I'm good match. Everything. I like the finish. Surprise. All the excitement. I couldn't ask for more for a main event on a TV, especially one that we thought they were gonna win. Cause I honestly was thinking that they're building for an ultimate title match, FTR versus Young Bucks. You know,
Yeah.
so I thought for sure they were just gonna win. But so it was a good surprise. But now, does this mean are the Bucks gonna win it back eventually down the line? Is this just a interim thing while they're waiting for FTR to do their thing on the other side of this whatever is going on?
Or the Hardys are
is
gonna come
this
back.
no?
Well,
Was that Alex?
no, that's the thing though, because Claudio actually him mentioning that brings up a good point. The Young Bucks were never supposed to win the title. Supposedly,
Yeah,
it was supposed to be the
exactly.
Hardys.
Yeah.
Like, so in a way, like I
Yeah.
guess this is the way it's playing out that they originally had it. Maybe the Hardys were supposed to win and then lose to Keith Lee and Swerve, or it's a different direction. But
Has to be. But I'm
yeah,
wondering,
I
like,
could see them winning it again. The Young Bucks. I'm sure
I
they're going to be like
feel
the most times.
I like Keith Lee and Swerve, but as an AEW fan from the beginning, I feel there's like a lot other tag teams that are legit teams, and they've been teams for a while that maybe deserved, or even as a fan would appreciate more than rushing this on Swerve and Keith Lee, because they're both already guys with names. They already have a fan reaction. They just became a tag team. What, like 3 weeks ago? They got the name. Like, but they were
Yeah.
tagging before as like individuals. I'm interested. I wonder what's gonna happen. But now that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The thing with Starks. That's what I was saying before. Is now are they gonna continue going for the tag titles? If they are, they're probably gonna be the guys that just lose. While
I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't-
they've already had so many title shots. Like
Yeah.
if anything, I would have preferred that they won Starks and Hobbs
Big
because
time, big
they've been,
time. I
They've
would've-
been
yeah.
teasing.
Yeah,
They've
man.
been teasing Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland breaking up for like a few
Yeah,
weeks
exactly.
now,
Yeah, they threw him out at
That's why.
at the Royal Rampage.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to see Ricky Starks on TV every week. Like we see some of these other freaking salams. He's so much more entertaining. Powerhouse Hobbs, entertaining.
Hey, maybe they won't have a long title reign, but it's
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll
in
see.
a way it's good. Like I'm not
Yeah,
saying
like
they don't
I'm
deserve
like
it,
I said,
Lee and
it's
Swerve, but still.
yeah, it's kind of like the Gun Club thing. It's like we all don't really know what the next step is, which I guess is a good thing, because you don't want the predictable thing to happen in wrestling. So we'll see what happens. So good show, good main event. I thought of a new way to end it. I think we had something a couple weeks ago that we did. What did we do? Did we rate the show, or we set our favorite match or something, right?
I know we had a segment of the night too. We were discussing.
What was that?
We were discussing like to everyone just name a segment of the night. Like, what was your favorite part?
So I was thinking we kind of put a little more in depth to it. We go with our segment of the night, our Dynamite segment of the night, and our dud of the night. So what's your Dynamite and what's your dud on the show?
Alex, go first.
Okay, I gotta think of the dud, but for me personally, I think the we call it Dynamite segment of the night
like,
would have been
like the best one.
Yeah, Moxley versus Takeshita, because I think it was a very good match. Even though I had my issues with the blood, I think Takeshita down the line he's gonna be something. Like you could tell, like he's so good already, and he's so young, and it doesn't matter he keeps losing because right now he's on an excursion in the United States, right? He's based in Japan, so eventually when he comes back, if it's a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever it is, he's gonna be a star. So great match from both of them. As for the dud, I don't think there's anything really, really bad, but I would say
There's got to be
Christian
one
Cage,
that's your least
the
favorite.
Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, Griff Garrison stuff. Like it was okay. It just I didn't care as much as maybe you guys did.
Fair enough. Claudio, what's your dynamite and what's your dud?
My dynamite is, as Alex said, John Moxley versus Takeshita. That was intense. I have to call him something else because I every time I read his take shit. That's all I'm sorry. So the Moxley match was intense. And then the dud of the night was Wardlow versus Orange Cassidy. That could have been a dark match.
You know what, Claudio? It is not true what they say about you because I cannot agree more. My dud of the night, also Wardlow having to be put on TV in the same segment as the sideshow of that we call Orange Cassidy. That's by far the dud of the night on my end. And my Dynamite segment of AEW Dynamite Fighter Fest Night 1 is Jake Hager against Claudio. It was a surprise out of nowhere. Again, the whole match was great. It went through 2 segments, and it was just a good match. I'm not gonna say the same shit over again. So that's Dynamite. That's our Dynamites and duds of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Claudio, what do you got going on this week in our upcoming in Comedy Land over there, Mr. Comedy?
So Comedy Land. First of all, tomorrow morning, Dirty 4 is going to be my film review. So go check out the Dirty 4 page, and also big news for Dirty 4 and Jofo. Next week, I'm going to be at Cuisine in Verdun and Melrose next Wednesday, and also July 27th and 28th. Check out my profile. I got 2 shows that I'm hosting. So swing by if you're in Montreal. Contact me for tickets so you can come see me live and laugh at me besides laughing here.
Oh, we laugh at you all the time, Claudio. All the time. And what's this? I'm just getting word from the back that... Claudio, I've getting word that Frank Jofo and Selecta Brew are set to appear on the Dirty 4 soon. Is that true, Claudio?
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Stay tuned. There's
stay tuned.
rumors.
There's gonna be a season finale of the Dirty. Tune in, and we're gonna talk more about that. So if you enjoy Bruno and Frank here, enjoy them on my Dirty. We'll talk about them.
Yeah, if you enjoy me and Frank arguing about stuff about wrestling, let's see what type of things we argue about on Dirty 4. I'm anxious to see what Claudio has for us.
Movies, you know. So we'll see about that. Alex,
we'll see about that.
I got nothing.
Alex, when are you pulling one of those guitars off the wall and playing something for us? That's what we want to hear. You got to give the people what they want.
Can't give it all away in one night, though.
That's it. You got to build. The slow build. The art of the slow build. We're waiting till WrestleMania 40 to get a song by Alex. Hopefully just in time for Cody versus MJF for WrestleMania 40. We'll see, but until then,
who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes another AEW Dynamite review. I'm Selecta Brew. That's Alex, the Elite Package, and that's Claudio, Mr. Comedy, Capri himself.